Welcome back to the Pulse. Time now for sports, and football coaching is one of the most difficult jobs in the world. People that have no idea about tactics or how things work on the pitch become your teacher. Now, a 20-year-old Ashesi University female student, Nanama Ayeno, is a coach on a mission. Benedict Owusu met up with her before one of her training sessions with her team.
So my name is Nanama Ayeno. I'm a student of JoyNews University, studying business administration. I'm in my third year. I coach elite football team in a student-run league at JoyNews University.
The story of Nanama Ayeno is simply amazing. One that will inspire most young ladies who are confused on possibly what society's perception might be on their bold aspiration. At just age 20, without no coaching certificate, internet education on coaching has made her a household name at Ashesi University. She's currently the head coach of the elite football team, the defending champions of the Ashesi Premier League.
Why did I decide to take up the position? I felt like it was an opportunity to get back in the sport, get active again, but then, yes, on a different perspective and see how well it goes.
Coaching was the last thing on Nanama's mind when she got admitted into Ashesi, much less coaching a men's football team. However, she picked the team from relegation to the top division, and guess what? They won the league that season. She throws more light on the early beginnings.
So I was asked by a player in the team who then was the student body vice president at that time, and he asked if I would be interested in taking up the role to coach the team he played in, because it was like there was too much on his plate for him to do both. And so I decided to give it a try after thoughts and conversation with my mom. I have been actively involved in playing football at least since as far as I can remember. So through JHS, high school, but when I got to Ashesi, I decided to focus on my education, academic work. And there was no football on campus for females wasn't that active. So yeah, I was not really doing that.
She's been doing this since September 2017, that is almost 2 years now. But with no professional training in coaching, how does she go around it? She tells me researching on the internet has been her main source of information on how to manage the team.
It was self-learning basically, because there was no other coach who would sit me down and do this, don't do that, go by this rule. So I went on the internet, and that was my friend. YouTube, websites, blogs. Discovered 4231 worked for my team. Yes, and I learned. Aside the training routines that I did whilst I played football, I saw other things that could, be engaging for the guys. So my training sessions were not so boring, the normal come, run, play football. We had fun.
Per my interaction with her, I got a sense of how Nanama is loved by many, and normally for a lady at her age and with the kind of path she's chosen, it may or not go down too well with many, especially with family, but apparently her case is different.
Very supportive, very, very supportive. It's impossible to achieve all this if you're not in an environment that supports your goals and your talent.
So Coach Nanama, as I prefer to call her, trains twice with her team every week. And I'm sure you'll be wondering, a 20-year-old leading a boys team with some players older than her may not be accorded the level of respect she needs as a coach.
Irrespective of my age, because when I took it up, I was in my second year at that time. There were final students in my year, of course they were older, but they had to listen to their coach. They gave me that respect. When I went for the first training session, I was confused, because I thought I was understudying at that time. I didn't expect them to let me lead at that point in time. I was just observing, right? But then I went there and they were like, you're the coach now, so you're following your instructions. And I didn't know what training routines to start with. And then, so based on what I was during high school, the kind of routines that we did in our sessions. I started with that. And funny enough, they started following up. I was like, okay, fine. They've actually given me the mandate to coach this team. So I decided to take it even more seriously than I thought.
Earlier, I told you about how she picked Elite, the team she took from relegation to win the Ashesi Premier League. I caught up with the deputy skipper of Elite, Barnabas Sabogo, on how instrumental Coach Nanama Ayeno has been.
I've been in this team since freshman year, and Nanama has been my coach. So throughout my play in this team, Nanama has been a very influential person, especially personally to me and also to the team. He has been inspiring us, and despite she's a lady, we still accord him the maximum respect because the way she relates with us is very cool, and we flow with her when it gets to instructions on the pitch. And so far she has been very good and very influential to the team as a whole. And she's part of our success when it comes to this team.
That's great. Well, it looks like Barnabas Sabogo is not the only person hailing her. Two of her friends spoke to me as well.
I'm a friend of Nanama. So I'm in first year and I just joined the soccer team, and that's when I became friends with Nanama. And I believe that Nanama is a very supportive person because when I joined the team, I showed interest in soccer a lot, and Nanama was always willing to help me. For example, I joined the team she coaches Elite, and I was an assistant coach to her. And even though I didn't know much about coaching and refereeing, she was always willing to help. She always pulled me along. I was shy initially, but then she spoke to me and I've become this shy.
Nanama has shown consistent dedication to football, and her results have shown the amount of hard work that she puts in. Her relationship with her players also has improved, and she's also, it's not just like a master subordinate kind of relationship, but she has a friendship with them too, and it shows in how she takes control when they have to play, or even after a game, even if they lose or when they win. You can see how she is able to prep the team up, advise them, and then show them that there's always a way forward. And they've been doing well since she came onto the team.
While Nanama Ayeno looks to defend the title she won last season, she has an ambition of becoming a world-class coach or manager.
It is very likely now that I have realized it's just, it's something that I'm really, really interested in, right? I mean, juggling academics and sports is not easy here at Ashesi at all. I would really love to coach the national team or a big international club someday if I'm ever given the opportunity to understudy a reputable coach at the national level or international clubs. That would be a good foundation for me, since all that I know is actually from the internet, having to get an experience.
So I'm sure you want to have some sort of education when it comes to coaching.
Yes, of course. Yeah. So having some experience on the field at a professional level would be a very great foundation for me.